Oh, your wali said you can't marry him? Just get an online secret nikah. Everything is provided. Certain individuals are using one of the four madhabs to conduct predatory behaviors. Now, the thing that they use is the opinion that you don't need a wali to conduct a marriage. What is a wali? The male guardian of the woman who is about to get married that vets out the man. If you didn't know, there are four schools of thought in Islam, all of them being valid in their own opinions because they have evidence to back up their claims. However, there are certain issues where not all of them agree on a matter, like the one we're talking about today. Marriage without a wali. This type of marriage is valid according to the Hanafi madhab, but why would one of the schools of thought allow for a secret marriage? They don't. A woman is allowed to marry herself without a wali in certain scenarios, but the reasoning behind this position is often misunderstood or deliberately twisted. And here's the correct explanation. A woman who is an adult, sane, financially competent and able to manage her own affairs, and is entering a marriage with someone of equal social standing has the right to contract her own marriage. But this is because they consider her a full legal agent. It's not an allowance for secrecy or bypassing family. An example of a woman who would not be considered for a self-contracted marriage, even in the Hanafi fiqh, would be a revert with no Muslim family. She's new to Islam, has limited Islamic knowledge, doesn't know her rights, doesn't know fiqh, has never lived independently, might be pressured by a man, and has no support system to protect her. This woman is not financially and socially competent, so she can't contract her own marriage for her safety. Another example of someone who wouldn't qualify is a young woman who is 18 to 25, still living with her parents. Even if she's legally an adult, Hanafis would say she's not independent, she does not manage her own finances, she is not in charge of her own household, she's not experienced in dealing with men or contracts, so therefore a wali must be provided. The final example of someone who wouldn't qualify is a woman who chooses someone who is clearly incompatible. An example of a woman who would be considered and eligible in strict and controlled cases would be a mature widow or divorcee in her 30s to 40s with full independence. This example woman has been married before, understands her marital rights, lives independently, supports herself, has financial literacy, has no history of being manipulated, is emotionally stable, and is choosing a compatible man. This is the classic case that Hanafis were discussing, a grown woman with experience.